like someone right at the start when they're bowling. It doesn't matter who they are, and Dale Stone will be watching this, and he's one of those guys who does this as well. He takes responsibility to set the tone right at the start. Here's the countdown.
Play.
Plays the call. There we go. Finding inside the circle. There is a slip in position. Of course, it's a power play of 6 overs where only 2 players are allowed outside the circle. One's at deep square leg and one's at third man. Oh, it's fine. Third man won't get there. That's 4 first up.
We talk about tone. First ball goes for a 4. Immediately Kandy Tuskers on the front foot. Even though Anwar Ali hit his length, outside edge there of the bat of Gurbaz flies away past third man for 4.
It's a really tough call for the bowlers, isn't it? You bowl good deliveries and you still go for runs. That's the way this game is played. And that's the reason why you should keep sticking to your plans irrespective of what the result is.
So the new ball was skid on a little bit more. Gives the batsman an opportunity to use the pace of the ball onto the bat and just glide it away like Gurbaz did with the first shot that was played for a boundary.
One thing that leagues like this will teach the young Sri Lankans is to stay calm when they bowl. Looking at some of the top players in the world, they don't appear to be ruffled at all despite the runs they concede. You could just see that they know exactly what they're doing. They got a set plan, they got the feel right, and they don't mind being taken apart by just sticking to that.
Just going to go through a couple of bowling drills here shortly. Rashan. It's down the ground, quick single, shy at the stumps, single taken, no dramas. Ali's a little disappointed with that, but he'll now just take a couple of deep breaths.
The 2 standing umpires, Lyndon Hannibal. And he's at the head umpire's position. And his partner today is Mr. Kotachi, Rohita Kotachi. Well, we got a few brothers. We got brothers refereeing, Maxwell and Wendell, sorry, beg your pardon, Graham and Wendell Radroy, and the Kotachi brothers standing, part of the umpires panel.
That's beautifully bowled. That is perfect. So just back to the bowlers. The last thing you want to be is your mind going a little bit crazy when you're bowling. You want to be nice and calm. Now his expression is good. He will take his time going back. He'll be thinking about where he needs to bowl to Pereira. He will have spoken to his captain. He probably would have controlled the discussions about where he wants his field to be with the captain. At the top of his mark, he'll probably just pause a little bit, gather his thoughts, and slow the gate down to his speed. It's so important to do this. Just a quick little check to make sure everything's okay. Again, just reset. Probably look to bowl exactly that same line. Oh, it's a lovely drive on the up. He's hammered that through the covers for 4. That's a beautiful shot. Almost took out that trolley.
Yeah, that's a great shot from Kusal Janath. A little bit of width allowed him to free his arms. That's coming straight into his area. Look at this, just a little bit of width there from Anwar Ali. Great shot, great weight transfer all there from Kusal Janath. Very happy with that. He'll be looking, he's been out 3 times, caught out at deep square leg. There is a deep square leg out there for him. He'll be keen not to get out there again.
Great following from our buggy camera out there at extra cover. So 9 off the first over. There it is. Staying nice and busy up there. A little bit leg side, slower ball. So that's good thinking. Didn't want to go any further. Didn't want to concede a boundary of the last ball. So 10 from it. 10 for none. look at the teams again. If you're just joining us, the Tuskers are unchanged. The Dambulla Viking have made 2 changes. Mendes and Shinwaria are in the lineup. Gavaz and Pereira, the 2 opening batsmen. Kushal Mendes is someone who has played well so far without really kicking in. Rashan Avasingh is going to be down there shortly doing that exercise for us.
That's Lahiru Kumara getting ready to bowl rapid in South Africa in the test team for us.
Yeah, I know you've kept your eye on this guy. Dragged away. There is protection out there. It is going to be the single only. It looks like Pereira is teeing off tonight.
See, the Tuskers have been quite good in the power plays. The average have been 67, which is very good. In the last few games, we did see that those score in the power plays have dipped a little bit. But they got a real power-hitting pair of batsmen. Gurbaz have been brilliant. We told you his strike rate in the power plays. Almost 200.
Thank you.
Well, Gurbaz, very versatile. He seemed to score runs everywhere, but appears to like that area behind the wickets on the leg side. Mid-off, he has not been too fond of.
That's good running.
And a great length there from Kasunujita. Tall bowler, stands the ball up, bowls it with a really good seam, looks to swing it out. He's hit a good length tonight and just quick enough as well. Has a good bouncer, Hayes.
So if he swings it out, that'll be perfect against bowling to Gabuz, because if you look at that area that Rashan was talking about, 39% between square leg and behind, and then also on the leg side mid-wicket, that's almost 50% of his runs there. So that's his chief scoring area. There we go. And also straight through the mid-on region.
Basically, lots of runs on the leg side. He's got a few on the off, but generally love the leg side.
Brendan Taylor.
That's a change-up. The previous delivery was 138. He's dropped that pace by considerable margin. Remember Kasum Rajitha making his debut against India in T20 cricket, and he was very impressive. That's the change-up. Took a lot of pace off the ball.
It's a well-controlled slower ball. Just roll the fingers down the side of the ball. And again, that's very good. Now that's something that if you're learning to bowl a slower ball, Mickey, I'll leave this to you. That's something that maybe the younger kids will be more comfortable doing rather than back of the hand.
Yeah, definitely. He bowls this one particularly well, and he spends hours and hours practicing this. This is something that he's developed in his game. He knows, though, bowling to Kushal Pereira, that pace off the ball here is the way to go. Kushal loves the ball coming onto the bat.
Mid-off, mid-on, or at the edge of the circle too. Once one, direct hit will be interesting. Nope. Omar Ali doesn't shy.
When you look at the range of deliveries that fast bowlers have developed, the variety, the slow bouncer, and now the slower balls seem to be one of those real strong weapons that they carry in their armory, and it's not an easy ball to master because the way they deliver it with different grips. Now that last delivery was back of the hand. It's so important that they land it in that right place, because the price they'll have to pay if they err is huge.
It's an outstanding over so far. Just 3 from it. Oh, that's gone just over the top of middle stump. That is brilliant stuff. That really is a magnificent second over. 13 for none. As a look at the broadcast partners, wherever you might be tuning in and enjoying this broadcast. Sony throughout India, Bangladesh of course, Afghanistan, you glued to TV watching this obviously, Pakistan, USA and Willow TV, and there's our digital partners as well. No doubt you're having a ball watching this cricket. Lanka Premier League 2020, it really is a lot of fun, and there's some serious talent on show. Nicely played, just the single.
I can tell you, Hazy, that there's a lot of interest around the world. Lots of Sri Lankan expats watching this. USA, UK, Europe, Australia, they stream live. So it's brilliant for its first year. The interest levels and the numbers, it's truly magnificent and most encouraging. And all that could happen to this is just to get better as the tournament progresses. Spoken about the challenges the year one had. Hopefully by year two, they would have sorted out most of them.
I think this has been terrific so far. Still got a long way to go. And it's been some really entertaining stuff, and that's what T20 cricket's all about. Whipped that away. That's one of his favourite shots, and he's picked up 6 runs. That's the area. Really nicely played by Gabaz.
Yeah, that's it. That's into his strength, as we saw on the pitch. Maybe 39% of his runs behind square on the leg side, and that's why, because of shots like that.
He loves those area. Goes there, goes over mid wicket. Just saw it early, knew exactly, had a very good presence of mind, knowing that the short fine leg was inside the circle. So the risk factor was almost minimal.
It was almost a case of having to get a boundary in the first couple of balls of this over after the previous over being so good and only going for 3. The call is 2, but no, change of mind, just 1.
He's looked a good player, and the one thing that's really impressed me is the quality of the Afghanistan cricketers coming through in all franchise competitions around the world. I know Lance Klusner, head coach, and H.D. Ackerman, batting coach, are really excited by the talent that they have in Afghanistan, and these guys are looking really good. But in the short form, they're going to be tough to beat in conditions that suit them. They're going to be very exciting as a team.
They keep producing some outstanding spinners. Rashid Khan, the first one, was just extraordinary.
Beautifully bowled. That is terrific. Outstanding change of speed.
It's good. I mean, on the point of the Afghan cricketers, just going back to the change of speed of Anwar Ali, I could see that he was looking to roll with his fingers, get some purchase, some turn. Considering the facilities they had at the start, well, the dimensions, just reconfirming the dimensions, it's a 70-yard boundary. And I remember Kabir Khan, the former Pakistani international, when he started coaching Afghanistan, for short and down the leg side, and all he did was just help it on its way, short fine leg inside the circle. So just a little help, and in the gap.
I think when you've got a track like this and the ball's coming on nicely like this new ball is, and you've got a player like Pereira, the margin of error is so small. He's an aggressive player. He likes to pick you off as best he possibly can. He's played a couple of wonderful drives for extra cover. Anything that's slightly offline is just going to disappear, much to Ali's disappointment.
Yeah, I think they've got their plans right to him, because they wanted to take pace off, and they've done that, and done that pretty effectively. Every time they've bowled a ball with pace on, it's gone to the boundary.
You can see that there's a little bit of protection on the leg side. It's clubbed back. Beautiful shot. Clubbed straight down the ground for 4. That has also now developed into a big over. 16 runs from it. A 6-second ball and a couple of boundaries to finish. 29 for none. So those two buildings, the tall buildings, are Anwar Ali's delivery. His overs and Anwar. Sorry, expensive. Rajita not. His second over was really impressive. Farm Patan did his hamstring early in this tournament, but it wasn't that bad. That was a report the next morning. And they said he wouldn't be too far away from actually playing again. So he'll be a massive addition once he does get back, because he's got the cricketing brain to work with the guys in the change room as well. Slow delivery. There is a man out there. Is he going to take the catch? No, on the bounce. So the second over went for only 3 runs from Rajita. Let's have a look at the variations of speed. The first couple were normal, then suddenly things changed. 104, 100 k's per hour. Pace off. This is really intelligent stuff. And some of the slow balls are not that difficult to bowl, so that's also good, and also something I think that's sensible. Takes a lot of work to get that one out of the back of the hand, right?
So Kandy Tuskers getting off to a very good start, and they're averaging almost 10 runs and over. We told you their average score in the power plays, which is over 60. And Kasun Rajitha initially sat out of the Dambulla Viking team. Good to see him back and bowling well.
Just a bit leg side. It's going to be a leg by, I think. A little bit of a knee lift coming up for the umpire.
Very impressive bowling here from Kasun Rajitha. Bowled with good pace. He's varied his pace, as the graphic showed. And that one giving Kushal Janath Pereira no room at all. Coming back into his body. He's bowled a lot at Kushal Janath in the nets. He knows his strength. He's executing very, very well here tonight, Kasun Rajitha.
Again, there's protection on the leg side. For Gabaz, 2 men back, a man at deep backward square and a man at cow corner. Single, slow delivery, no real damage.
He's understanding the situation, really doing what is required of him. Impressed with the way he mixes up the pace. Looking to take a lot of pace off Gurbaz, a lot of pace when he's bowling to Gurbaz. And even with Kushal, the lengths and lines he's bowled. We know how strong he is square of the wicket, the pickup shot. He's just not allowed him anything. We've spoken about how much they bowl, play each other in the net. So this is a very good opportunity to put all those into practice. And just try and find out how effective you could be.
Didn't get all of that. You probably heard the little yell from Pereira. I just want to mention also here this work that Rajita's doing. Just think about this for a little bit. For people who just sit back in their chair and watch a T20 game and just watch it unfold, that's fine. Just want to be entertained, that's fine. But if you want to dig a little bit deeper, this is a very mental game these days. If you're a seamer and you're playing in a 4-day game or a test match, you're generally bowling a good length ball at pace. You might bowl the odd slower ball, but you're generally bowling that, or you might be bowling a bouncer. In this format, you've probably got to perfect probably 4 or 5 different deliveries. That's how challenging this is. That's high. Is it going to be taken, though? That's the question. Oh, it's an outstanding catch. That is an outstanding catch. It's an early call as well, and that is a big, big wicket. Good stuff, Rajitha.
Believe that's young Kulamage, who played in that last game, the right-arm leg spinner. Again, it was going away from him. He had to come around. I think he's all right. Maybe a few centimeters in.
Yeah, he's definitely in. Kasun Rajitha changed his length. Gurbaz trying to hit him out over the leg side. Columba gave very, very good catch. Solid base, watched it all the way into his hands. Kasun Rajitha deserves that wicket tonight. He's bowled very, very intelligently. That's the end of Gurbaz. 15 off 10. It's 33 for 1.
4 runs from the over, and the first wicket has just gone down. Kushal Mendes has arrived at the crease. He's at the non-strikers end at the moment. Last ball. Straight to short fine leg. Single has been stolen, but that's brilliant stuff from Rajita. A wicket and just 5 runs, 34 for 1. As a look at the Tuskers lineup to come is Brendan Taylor, who was drafted in for the second match and picked up the Man of the Match award. He was really enjoying playing against spin bowling, just doing a bit of sweeping, reverse and conventional. Gunaratne is a key player for the Tuskers. Does a really good job with the ball, and certainly has done a good job with the bat as well so far. Whipped away leg side. Shanaka into the attack now.
Yeah, Captain Dasun Shanaka coming into the attack. This is something that we're really keen as a Sri Lankan coaching unit on getting him bowling more. He gives us that seam bowling all-rounder. Here we see Kushal Rajita, back of a length. Gurbaz trying to swing it out over the leg side, and a very, very good catch there. Columba Gate, very good catch. Watched it all the way into his hands.
Gee, we've seen some blinders today. How hot are you on no balls? I mean, that was so... It wasn't a no ball, but it was very close. How hot as a coach are you?
Yeah, we monitor them at nets. I know, you know, our coaches, Grand Flower, particularly David Saker, monitor them a lot at nets. Because not only is it the no ball, it's also the lengths that vary because you're bowling from a different area. So we do try and monitor it as best we can. Kushal Rajita again hitting that hard length, top edge. Columba Gay running round, very, very good catch. Kushal Rajita deserved that wicket.
See, on the subject of catches, just today we've seen 3 outstanding catches. Tisara Pereira started off Vanidu Hasarangi in the previous game. Now Columba Gay. One of the areas of criticism has been that the fielding has been a little bit below average, particularly the outfielding. But the catching has more than made up for it.
Here's a bloke that's certainly worth getting in your team if you've downloaded that My 11 Circle app and playing fantasy cricket, enjoying that with your mates and joining us throughout this tournament. Put him on your side, he's a good player. As that shot shows. Direct hit might have been interesting. He was a little bit slow out of the blocks, Kushal Mendes.
Good start. Kushal Mendes off the mark there. Let's just have a look how close it is. Shinwari has a throw. Oh, out. That would have been a big wicket for the Dambulla Viking. I just had a look. I couldn't help myself having a look at Kushal Mendes' stats when he came in. Only averages 25. We've got to get that up to 35 because he's a good enough player.
Couldn't agree more. Wide.
Kushal Rajita again, hard lengths into the wicket, and Columba Gay watching the ball into his hand. He wanted that catch. He really wanted it. Really good catch and very well deserved for Kushal Rajita. Shanaka in again to Kushal Pereira, cramping him for room. He knocks it out onto the leg side for 1. How good it is to see Irfan Pathan back in the game and imparting his knowledge. I know the Kandy Tuskers boys have spoken to me about how much knowledge he has and how much he's imparted on them.
So the 2 Pathans together.
That's a dot ball. And it's another really good over. 4 from it, 38 for 1.
$38 for 1, an opening partnership of 33 before Gurbaz lost his wicket. Only 3 bowlers used so far by the Dambulla Viking.
It's not a rollicking start, which we are used to when it comes to Kandy Tuskers. But you can say it's a promising start for them. And if they keep on picking up the momentum, keep on getting some good overs, they have a chance to post a big total.
Ramesh Mendes brought into the side, 1 of 2 changes in this Dambulla Viking team. Samuel Shinwari, the other change.
They've come up with simple plans, the Dambulla Viking. When you look at the last game and this, so far execution has been good. I think the Kandy Tuskers made the right decision in winning the toss and batting first. But you need something like 165, 170 for sure, because the ball will slide on a bit. You want to have runs on the board to put pressure. Runs have to be made at the top of the order. When the ball is hard in the power play, you need to make it count because it will only become harder.
So you think 165 is going to be good enough?
Runs on the board. You've got to give yourself some chance and then use your spinners wisely. That's the way to go. New batsmen will struggle to score runs because this is now back to normal Sri Lankan conditions. To take the pace of the ball.
What we have seen so far in this Lanka Premier League, if as a team you're batting and you after 10 overs have 9 or 8 wickets in the bank, you have a very good chance of enhancing your chances to put a big total on the board.
Very true. But the pitches are changing now. Early in the tournament it was hard. Came onto the bat a lot more, but now quietly it's falling back into what we're normally used to in the subcontinent. Slower pitches, it's about taking the pace off. It's not that it's going to turn and grip and jump at you, but it can hold up. So you've got to be smarter and use those conditions, and I think Dambulla Viking are doing that.
Sweetly struck down the ground, 1 bounce into the boundary line. That's a My 11 Circle champion shot.
For me, honestly, Russell, these pitches are still good. If as a batsman you're able to hit the ball on the up, it tells you that ball is coming onto the bat nicely.
Amir, slower pitches doesn't mean that it's a bad wicket. You need different skills. You can still score runs, but there is a chance, there's a way to play on it.
Your pace is not there, so you, as a batsman, you struggle to use the pace. So you've got to have different options. After 6, 46 for 1.
46 for 1, end of the power play. Wickets in hand, the captain Kusal Pereira still at the crease, getting another start, 23 from 18.
These two pair off quite well.
Just nearly roll onto the stumps.
That one gripped, stayed in the surface, and got a bounce for the bowler as well.
One of these two need to go on to make a big one. Use the others to pay attention to that run rate. That's the best way to control these innings for the Kandy Tuskers. They need a win. Through the shot early. Remember, he has that injury as yet. Kusal Pereira, the split webbing. It hasn't got any stitches in there, but there is an injury, and hence off the front foot. We've seen this happen many times. That hand coming off.
Yeah, you mentioned one of them has to play a big one. What we have seen so far in this Lanka Premier League, as a single has been scored, 2 innings, 150 and 140, gives you a chance as a side to get to 190. So this partnership is very crucial for Kandy Tuskers.
I've been watching Kusal Pereira closely in terms of the manner in which he's been dismissed in the previous matches. Played quite a few pull shots, lost his wicket in a similar fashion. Very good players, they find a way to make the adjustment when they find something is going off with their game. So far so good for Kusal Pereira. Firmly struck. Just a couple runs, so more controlled aggression from him. This is what I mentioned. Playing the pull shot, that was his first dismissal. It was a brilliant catch to get rid of him. Then again, just in front of square, picking the fielder. And third time, not lucky. Take a look at what we've seen so far from him. He's not trying to play that shot again and hit it with the power in front of square. And goes behind, waits for it, gets it in the gap. An example of how that adjustment has been made by a top-class player. Brings up the 50 for the Kandy Tuskers.
Yeah, he's playing the ball late now when he's looking to pull the ball. One, he's playing it late, the roll of the wrist is there. The intention is to keep the ball on the ground. In other dismissals, he was in no man's land. Either he was not looking to hit the ball in the air or play all along the ground. Should be a wide.
This was early in the innings. Just used the pace, wasn't trying to hit it in front of square. And then short, not trying to go in that mid-wicket region, but slapping it straight back past the bowler. So clearly a different approach by him. That's why he's a quality batsman at the top of the innings.
Oh, nicely worked away on the offside. Just using the pace on that occasion, making sure that it hits the ball into the gap. My 11 circle, champion shot that was to end the over. It's 58 for 1.
Brendan Taylor, Gunaratna still in this batting lineup. Captain Pereira wouldn't want to leave it to anyone else. 33 from 21 so far he has. And he has a senior partner with him, Kusal Mendes.
Got to make sure you're rotating the strike. No dot balls, keep the scoreboard moving. Pereira, as you mentioned, more awareness, using the pace, trying to hit it into space rather, not towards the fielder, not taking fielders on. He's also not gone aerial. So that's also an adjustment he's made. Not being arrogant and trying to hit over, but making sure he's getting runs, and when he times it well, it will run away for 4.
I mean, how important is it for someone on the outside to be looking at your game, sharing advice, a coach quite significant in your progress as a player, you would say?
What are they called? Support staff. They are there to support the player. If he's making any mistake, you have to identify it. And I think he's got an able coach in Hashant Tilakaratne, who was a superb batsman, left-handed too. So he must understand his game.
You know why I'm overpowered here. 2 lefties in the com box with me, Russell Arnold, Mirsoil.
For those watching, that is Hashant Tilakaratne. Looks a little different to his playing days.
That's why he's not feeling pressure. And did you see the smile on his face? He doesn't have to go out and bat.
Looked a little different in his playing days.
More the same type
Lot of muscle.
hat as well.
Lot of muscle.
Oh, he was a treat to watch, Hashant Tilakaratne, dear friend of mine. After 8 overs, it's 6-3 for 1.
After 8, as you mentioned, 63 for 1. The umpires will consult. And we'll now have a strategic timeout. 63 for 1 as we get set to start the 9th over. In a beautiful part of the world, Sri Lanka, formerly known as Ceylon. About 22 million people in this country. Warm, friendly, loving people who know exactly how to treat you as a host.
Now this is paradise, but who's coming on to bowl is Columbage. Treated by Kusal Mendis in style. He's put it away. A pretty similar delivery the other day. Got the wicket off Andre Russell.
You might be able to bowl a long hop in a test match, but in T20 format as a bowler, you've got to be absolutely sure, make it sure that you start by pitching the ball in the right area.
But sometimes when you do get wickets, you tend to want to follow up. Goes again, flat. They're off and running straight after the strategic timeout. And all the good work done before that in the first 8 overs, suddenly a waste.
For me, the release is very low. That's why he's pitching the ball very short. He has to make sure that he releases the ball from the right height. 12 runs conceded so far. Good over.
But that length really needs to go. And Mendis, we mentioned his hand, he's struggling with it. Get him to play down the ground. Not that length. My 11 circle, champion shot.
What is he trying to achieve bowling that length? Is he quite good friends with Kusal Mendis?
46 the partnership. This is what we've witnessed, the last boundary to be scored by Kusal Mendis. We hope that you have him on your fantasy team. Remember to download the app, My 11 Circle app. You can get that on my11circle.com. And that's the site to download the app, pick your fantasy team, win maximum points.
I don't think he was controlling it. I don't think he meant to bowl it as short as that. Short of a good length, getting to slide on is what Columbage was trying. Well, when you get a wicket bowling that length, and the best in the world, you'd say, in the business, it's hard to look away. But planning for that type of delivery to pick up a wicket, you're asking for trouble, and that's what's happened today.
Too short in terms of the length on offer here, Columbage. I'd like to see captain support bowlers a little bit more. Haven't really seen that communication from captain on field, speaking to bowlers, especially when they're under the pump. That's quite comforting as a bowler, especially in a pressure situation. I'd like to see Dasun Shanaka come up and have a word. Yes, instill that confidence. An expensive over conceded. 18 runs from it, 81 for 1.
Come on, boys. Bola.
Advent of technology and new cameras and what can be achieved. Image of the moon from one of the cameras at the ground.
Low hand now and again. Ramesh Mendis does that. The momentum with the Kandy Tuskers. The man on the moon enjoying the cricket too.
I know one team that is over the moon.
Rama.
Jaffna Stallions.
And why not?
Push.
4 out of 4.
Push it.
Looking really good. They're finding ways to win matches. They've also found themselves under pressure. But if you bowl this line, correction, this length,
Rama.
you will put yourself under pressure. Columbage to Kusal Pereira. Kusal Mendes, he uses the crease well too. Mendes gets that extra bit of time to hit the ball where he wanted.
Easy under, easy
Just
under.
that shot that Columbage might have even injured his own toes.
50 partnership between these two. Another good one, building upon the opening partnership of 33.
Oh yes, easy,
Nearly
easy.
caught him on the back foot. Kusal Pereira was standing back, probably expecting a short delivery. That's a good adjustment. Ramesh, he's been excellent so far.
Yeah, or he was eyeing that extra cover. Good awareness shown by the off spinner Mendes.
Ramesh Mendes, his economy under 6 at the moment.
And he's bowling well. He doesn't mind giving away a single. He bowls that line and length where a batsman can play a shot, but he'll be hitting it to the fielder. Sometimes it's not about dots, sometimes it's about damage control. And so far this over, Ramesh Mendes good. And he stays good. 5 singles, you take it at this stage of the game. 10 bowled, 86 for 1.
Chin.
At the halfway stage, the foundation is set. The Kandy Tuskers have 2 batsmen in. Pereira on 39, Kusal Mendes on 29. Brendan Taylor, Asela Gunaratna, Sikuge Prasanna, Kamindu Mendes. Some batsmen to follow, so there is a bit of firepower. 1 over to Columbage, went for 18. And here's Malinda Pushpakumara. He was very, very good against the Colombo Kings.
I was interested to see that rope that came out during that strategic timeout when they were taking the dew off the top of the ground. Now, this is the first time that the Dambulla Viking side is fielded under lights, fielded at night time, so they wouldn't have been used to the dew in this situation much. So the Tuskers will be looking to take control of that as best they possibly can. There's just not much sliding on more than anything.
And Pereira was cross with himself.
He had to attack that, Samit Patel. Got to try and look for that wicket, trying to effect a run out. But great change of pace from Malinda Pushpakumara. Look how slow that was. 71.5 Ks, 10 and over, 183. 165, 175. You need to get to somewhere there.
He won't mind the spinners in operation when he comes out. That's something he's very comfortable with. I thought the other day he assessed the conditions really quickly, Brendan Taylor.
He's got a great broom. Generally comes out with it. And he's got style in using it different ways, deft touches. He can slap it to any part. So adept at using the broom. I say that because he plays the sweep shot well.
Full toss, got away with it, actually, just the single.
But just as Ramesh Mendis did, Hazy, he's bowling to a field. He got 2 dot balls early. Now he's bowling at the pads, forcing the batsman to hit the fielders.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
He's looking to bowl slow. He's not looking to dart the ball into the batsman. Flighting, that's why it was a good over. After 11, it's 89, 90 for 1.
Bowling today?
90 for 1, 11 overs gone. It's a good position. This stand is good. It's worth 57 at the moment. Gunaratne to come after Taylor as well. They're sitting together, just having a little bit of a discussion at the moment. So there's still plenty of batting to come, and just 1 wicket down is really important at this stage. They can go on the charge a bit in the next 5 overs.
3 overs for 17 to Ramesh Mendis. Mendis and Pereiras all over the place. Coming to Mendis, Kusal Mendis, Ramesh Mendis, Kusal Pereira, Dilron Pereira. That list just goes on and on. Angelo Pereira.
Oh, that's a nice sound off the bat, but not far enough. Gone. That's an important wicket. Pereira can be so dangerous. I think we all know that. And he's got to 41. Was looking to kick on, but didn't.
Flat and hard. Well, he struggled to release the ball today, Columbage, but his catching has been brilliant. Well judged on the run, making it look ever so simple. Timely wicket for a Mendis as a Pereira goes. 41. The Kandy Tuskers are 91 for 2.
දැන් ගන්න පුළුවන් ඊළඟ see cat yeah you better feel that
Two for 91.
yeah.
How about that? For a change, it's not a Pereira or a Mendis. It's a Taylor who has come to the middle. Taylor made for this situation though.
Nicely bowled.
Yeah, Ramesh Mendis has bowled so well tonight. He deserved something in the wickets column.
Easy.
And to remove a set batsman like Kusal Pereira, who's a dangerous customer,
Coming out here, boys.
must be satisfying for the off-spinner.
Yeah, Pereira is one of those guys who can just really dominate a game. We've seen that happen before, but he knew straight away that he was in trouble there, and it's a fine catch. It really is a fine grab. Smiles all round from the guys who are playing in a very nice spirit. Here's Dambulla Viking boys. Forget there, of course, there is the Cycle Incense Fair Play Award that is awarded at the end of the tournament as well, for the team that respects the game, the players, the umpires.
Come on, boys.
There he is, just calling down now. So that Batten has been transferred to Koshal Mendes. 33 not out now. There's a lot of pressure on Koshal Mendes to make sure he kicks on and really plays a big innings here. He's a really good player and he should be able to steer this side through for some time. 94 for 2. Eight overs left now. If they continue at this current rate, they only get to 157. And that's not going to be enough. So they do need to step on the gas. They can do that with wickets in hand.
But they'll have to try a lot harder because Pushpa Kumara is giving nothing. He's not giving any pace at all. Last ball of last over. A lot quicker. I thought he flicked it, but he's just gone with the arm ball and turned his armour over a lot quicker. Great spell, 4 overs, 1 for 21 for Ramesh Mendis.
So far, the left armour has been very successful. He's been flighting the ball. And it's highly imperative for the batsmen to use their feet.
Ramesh Mendis and his release points. It goes right over that front leg. Goes high and then drops the arm as a variation. Wide of the crease to angle it into the left-hander.
I'm really interested now with this these speeds of Pushpa Kumara. There's no pace. There we go. He's making the batsman do all the work. Now the batsmen are itching, absolutely itching to get after him, to loft him down the ground. There's a man straight at long off. There's a man straight at long on as well. Covered on the boundary on the leg side.
11 balls, he's conceded 7 singles. Oh, very slow. No opportunity to sweep, but Brendan Taylor chips it over the offside. Very unfortunate. Shinwari. My 11 circle champion shot to end the over and the 100 comes up. It's 101 for 2.
Come on, let's.
I don't think there's going to be too many people going to be too surprised that Tasara Pereira's the top of that table in the My 11 Circle MVP of the tournament. That's from all the games that have been played so far.
We were wondering why Samit Patel was not into the attack, but here he is. He can go 4 on the trot if he wishes.
He plays with a bit of pace. And let me tell you, it's going to work for the batsman if he doesn't land the ball in the right area. Clever batting in the previous over from a seasoned campaigner, making sure doesn't overhit the ball, and then bottom hand coming into play at the last moment to be able to send the ball into the gap.
Pushpa Kumara, of course, did well in slowing it up, but Taylor had an answer. That's another answer for you. Red Bull, one of the sponsors of the tournament.
this innings need wins now. And these two batsmen are quite capable.
Think about Samet Patel is that he's not going to be overawed by the fact that the ball's a little bit on the damp side. He plays a lot of his cricket around the world in various conditions, plays a lot in England.
I don't think there'll be a lot of dew. There will be a bit of moisture around, but it's not going to affect the players that much. The rope was taken around. There aren't many towels when you look around the players. And throughout the afternoon, there was a strong wind blowing across. Out here, we keep an eye on it. Still afternoons would mean there'll be a lot more dew around. But since that wind was there, I would confidently say that it's not going to affect play as much. But mind you, I've got a lot of the weather reports wrong.
You took the words out of my mouth. That's nicely bowled. Sorry, Russ. Lovely flight from Samet Patel, 104 for 2. The Kandy Tuskers have been going at 7.4 throughout the innings so far. If they continue at that rate, it's not even 150. If they go at 10 per over from here, they get to 160. I'm not even sure that's enough. So they've got some serious work to do. Might have heard the call of 2 through our stump mics.
Good Anwar.
The last few overs, Dambulla Viking bowlers, they've been able to put a squeeze on the run rate. And both these batsmen will be feeling a bit of pressure. I have a feeling something is going to give here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Down the ground, hard, Skeps, 4.
This is going to be a pressure release at that boundary. My circle 11. Champion shot. Beg your pardon. My 11 circle. Champion shot that was. Now that, what I've been shouting, use your feet against the left arm spinner. He's flighting the ball. He's not providing you with the pace. Try something different. Another boundary.
Misfield from Colombo again. You hit them in the air, he catches them.
Come on boys.
To be fair, he had a long way to run. He got there, but couldn't haul it in. Did all the hard work, Colombo again. It's not having a great day, other than for the catching.
Right, here's a chance for this one to be a big over. 10 from it, halfway through. They've got to keep going. Just the one. Brings the bigger frame of Brendan Taylor back on strike.
Come on boys.
Heaving that on the onside. It's just going to be one, not a clean connection.
Mendes has the opportunity to make it a real big over. Already 12, the last ball of the 15th. Sekuge Prasanna probably should be promoted to come in next. Then there's our sailor Gunaratna and Kamindu Mendes. Oh, well bowled. Puspa firing it in at the pads. That's 50 for Kusal Mendes off 37. That's 15 gone as well. 117 for 2. The Kandy Tuskers.
5 overs remaining in the innings. Time for a great acceleration by Kandy Tuskers. You would say a little bit behind the 8 ball in setting a total. Projected score with 10 runs per over from here in gets them to 166. Gets it away. Shots like this will assist. Goes into the boundary for 4. It's a My 11 Circle champion shot.
Dambulla Vikings spinners have been good. They have made sure that they strangled the Kandy tuskers. Never really allowed them easy shots. They had to innovate. That was what he was trying, BT. First he went with the conventional sweep, then the reverse. He's got a lot of runs with that shot. Lionel keeps talking about the broom he's carried with him.
That's his go-to shot. Whenever he's under pressure against spinners, he will go to the sweep. Plays it particularly well, and it's a very effective weapon for him.
Use of the feet. At this stage, I'm sure Kusal Mendes, Brendan Taylor will be thinking of at least 2 boundaries per over. And that should get them above 10 runs. If between that they turn the strike over.
In Patel and then Pushpa Kumara, these are 2 highly experienced spinners. Pushpa Kumara has played a lot of domestic cricket. This is that LBW shout. Patel, on the other hand, has played plenty of league cricket, so they know a thing or 2 about bowling. So a couple of runs. 125 for 2.
Umpire signals a strategic timeout. coming to the end of a strategic timeout. A lot of work still to do for both teams. There's a chance here for Kandy Tuskers. 125 for 2. Yep, that's exactly what is required.
Yes!
But didn't get the elevation. Finds the man in that long on position. Wicket now for Dambulla Viking.
That's a big wicket. Brendan Taylor has looked the best out of their batting. And holding out to long on, Pushpa Kumara takes a lot of pace of the ball that was tossed up. Just couldn't clear the boundary, couldn't get the distance. Anwar Ali just made sure. Didn't have to jump too much, but timed it well. That's the jump. So Brendan Taylor has to go up for 13. 125 now for 3.
Sikuvir Prasanna starts with a big one, doesn't quite get it. There's a man settling and he takes the catch. Consecutive wickets and he celebrates. Malinda Pushpa Kumara gets another.
This was the over that they were going to take toll of. Malinda Pushpa Kumara has varied his pace there very, very well. And the first 2 balls have stuttered the Kandy Tuskers run setting target at the moment. So very, very well bowled here by Malinda Pushpa Kumara. He knew they were going to come at him here in the 16th over.
His forte has been that he's mixed it up quite well. The change of pace has been very good. As we know, doesn't spin it a lot. So much of subtle variations. Prasanna out of the very first ball, so wickets consecutively. 125 for 4.
Hat-trick ball. Not to be. Asela Gunaratne keeps him out. Pushpa Kumara. He struck twice this over. First, Brendan Taylor searching for that 6. Found Anwar Ali in the long on position. And then Prasanna. First delivery.
Kusal Mendes just pushing that out into the leg side. He's got a lot of responsibility now as we see Sikuvir Prasanna hitting his first ball straight down our corner's throat. Pushed again into the leg side. As I said earlier, a lot of pressure now on Kusal Mendes to see this innings out for them.
Not quite sure this was the right approach by Sikuvir Prasanna. First delivery, doesn't give himself a chance of seeing what's happening, having just lost the wicket as well. What we've seen from the Kandy Tuskers is an inability to accelerate in the last 5. He would have been crucial to that acceleration because of his power play. 17 overs gone, 129 for 4.
Banda, palla, banda. Oh, shit. Banda.
Samit Patel into his third over. Planting a big shot and will be taken, yes. Well, it's falling apart. They're imploding here now. Kandy Tuskers, after a good start. Well. They're giving it away.
This is very soft. They've lost 3 wickets in a matter of 1.5 overs, 1 over and 1 ball. This is Samit Patel, the other left-arm spinner. Malinda Pushpa Kumara had 2 in 2. He gets a wicket on the first ball. Dasun Shanaka, the catcher. So they've lost 3 wickets for 4 runs. Kusal Mendes goes for 55 when he had to bat towards the end and just made sure he batted till 20 overs were done. 129 for 5.
Hadilan lamay. Very well, sweep. Come on, me, huh? Sweep, come on.
The strategy of Dambulla Viking paying dividends again for them today. Pace off, use of their spin, their game plan again, spot on. Kusal Mendes losing his shape. He goes very well over extra cover, but he just lost all his shape there. That is a good shot. Reverse sweep for 4. Asela Gunataratna. Kandy Tuskers need more of this.
Another look. Gunataratna will have to play a few like that. Will have to look to force the pace. At the current rate, it's just 154. They'll need definitely more than that. They'll need to get close to about 175, 180 if they can.
No.
But on the question of Kusal Mendes, I like to pick your brain on that, Mickey. The fact that he does all the hard work, and when he appears to be well in control, he just gives it away. Maybe we can let Darren talk about whatever he has to, and then I like to just pick your brain on that.
Reverse sweep, not as effective as previously played. Goes up and over, just gets it over the infield. Will pick up a couple runs. We're already seeing it being very difficult to strike boundaries because of the good bowling. Manchikume, #1 biscuit brand in Sri Lanka, a sponsor and partner to the My 11 Circle Lanka Premier League. Delicious snacks, I must say. A wicket and 7 runs from the over. A good one. 136 for 5.
The Sakal Arsen's Fair Play Award. Jaffna Stallions topping the table in both, followed by Gaul, Kandy, Dambulla, Colombo Kings bringing up the rear.
It's disappointing for Colombo Kings. They're way down.
Let's be honest though, you want to be top of the table. This is the one award you don't have to win.
Play with the champions. Play on the My 11 Circle app. Pick your team. Make sure you have the right players in this contest. Maximize your points. You can be a champion if you win. You can be featured as well.
So Mickey, you're telling me that you don't mind unfair play. So that's why you're saying that's the table. You don't really have to be on top.
No, I play within the rules, but there's a line and don't cross the line.
All right, so I don't mind that.
Just to come back to your point earlier in the previous over around Kusul Mendes. Kusul Mendes is a superb bowler. I mean, a superb batsman. He's one of our best. And I say that about Sri Lanka. The thing is, his averages are just a little bit on the low side for his potential. We need him to start making big scores and match winning scores. That's the key, because he's certainly good enough. He's a wonderful batsman. Picks length so well, and he's got great hands.
Sinagunaratne. We'll have to finish what Kusal Mendes didn't do. Clipped away. I guess when you look at that partnership with Kusal Perera, Kusal Mendes, they took their time. They only striked at about 125. But what was expected was for one of them to go all the way through the innings. That didn't happen. And that is why we're seeing 138 for 5. And this Kandy Tuskers team struggling to get a par score. Partnership there, 58 between Mendes and Perera. Should have been done at a quicker rate, especially with their experience and their seniority. Can't leave it to anyone.
Yeah, 47 balls consumed for this 58 runs. And obviously the plan would have been to try and have that good foundation to launch. All went wrong when wickets were lost so quickly.
Now don't get me wrong, they played well. But in the context of their team, the resources they have, and the fact that they need to win to give themselves a chance, they need to do much more with the bat. I think that will inspire confidence throughout this team, this Kandy Tuskers team, because they're a good side.
No, Kamindu Mendes giving himself a little bit of room to the offside to try and paddle that there over short fine leg. He's picked that short fine legs up, and he's just trying to paddle it over his head. Use the pace of the ball. Again, to get back to your point, yes, I agree that they needed to go at a slightly quicker rate. I think we can give some credit back to Dambulla Viking, whose bowlers understood it, they recognized it, and they've bowled to their plans, varied their pace very well, particularly the spinners.
Spinners in this Dambulla Viking team, they've been very economical. Look at Samit Patel, his economy rate 6, Pushpa Kumara 7, Kalambage, he's been expensive. Ramesh Mendes 5.25, so apart from taking wickets, they've built pressure with dot deliveries.
Yeah, they've done that, and they've obviously built again their game plan around that. It's always very hard for batters to come in to start against spin when the ball's just sticking a little bit in the wicket. So Dasun Shanaka has used his resources very, very well tonight.
The feature has been the way the spinners are coming to play. Even in the morning's game, the spinners were very effective. Dhananjay De Silva and the leg spinner Vanidu Hasaranga combined well. Here, 3 spinners getting together. Pushpa Kumara, Patel, and also Ramesh Mendes. So spinners have been the ones that have really stifled and strangled the batsman. That confirms it. Ramesh Mendes was going at 5.25. Malinda Pushpa Kumara 7. Samit at 6. Just Kalambage has been the man who wasn't at his best, one would say.
One of Samit Patel will bowl the 20th. Nothing is wrong with a spinner. I say again, bowling in the death overs. Gets it over the line, pace on the ball. As we've seen, a lot easier to score from. And he finishes the over on the high. 147 for 5. Cluster of wickets to fall. The 17th and 18th over. Really putting the brake on for this Kandy Tuskers.
Kasum Rajita coming back into the attack here to bowl the 20th over. Anwar Ali out the back of the hand there, just getting his lengths wrong. Very well bowled, Kasum Rajita. Pace off the ball. He's been impressive tonight in his overs. He's changed his pace up so very well.
That's the back of the hand delivery. The last ball of the last over. Ratna smacking it for a 6. But on the subject of Kasum Rajita, his first 2 overs just 8 runs, out of which 5 dot balls, which is simply outstanding. And as you said, Mickey, he's mixed it up a lot. The slower balls have been most effective, particularly with Kusal Pereira, who just couldn't time them.
Mid on up. Comes around, protects the boundary, just a single. This is an interesting field here by Dasun Shanikar.
It is a very interesting field. Anwar Ali, very, very good fielder. If you wanted somebody in that mid-on position in the ring, it's Anwar Ali. He's very, very quick, very agile, with a very good arm.
Change now, which was mid-on, comes back to long off. Nice use of the feet, good contact made, and it goes all the way. Exactly what's required now with the bat.
Read the slower ball, Kamidu Mendes, beautiful use of the feet. Kasum Rajita taking a lot of pace with the ball. Just the back of the hand, the 150 is up. Kamidu Mendes in the last over, trying to maximize whatever he could get out of it. Looking to charge and getting all of it.
What will he go for? Goes for the Yorker. Presents a full toss and taken. And that's a good catch. Good communication between the two fielders in the deep. And smiles all around. The umpires might just want to check the height.
That's a substitute fieldsman, but again another good catch. The catching today in particular have been very good. Had to run around the boundary, had to cover a lot of ground. Just made sure that he kept his eyes on the ball. This is something to just want confirmation. Yeah, that's fine. That's a legal delivery. This is the next one. Yeah, that's fine as well. And the catch was excellent. Ran around the boundary. There was another fielder coming around. He made sure he kept his eyes on it.
Boulder, well, it was a good follow-up. Now I know that was a full toss, but that was a pace on delivery. His construction of his overs have been impressive. The only thing I'd say about Kasum Rajita, Kamindu Mendes out for 8, 155 for 6, and we'll get back to the story about Kasun Rajita after.
Gunaratne on strike. Excellent Yorker, well done. Rajita nails this one.
Yeah, just to finish that story on Kasun Rajita, the only thing we'll say, here we go, is he's just got that just under the waist, and his holdouts, the substitute fielder, doing very, very well. Again, in constructing your over, he probably telegraphed the slow ball just a fraction too much. He could have gone with his bouncer because he's got enough pace just to set the batsman back. The Sailor Gunaratne hits hard down the ground. Just one. Very well bowled again, Kasun Rajita.
9 runs from the over. A good one. Brings the score to 156 for 6. This has been a brilliant effort by Dambulla Viking. When you just felt they will go on to get a big one. They've been able to control the innings with the ball. Kasun Rajita, excellent spell of bowling. 3 overs, just conceding 16 runs and 2 wickets to his name. The spinners supporting all around.
Well, the Dambulla Viking have had a really good return. If you look at those 4 breaks of 5 overs, the last 5 overs 39, just 6 to 10, 48, but everything else under 40. And this happens to be the lowest in the tournament of the My 11 Circle Lanka Premier League up to date. So 156 for 6 in 20 overs. That's all the Kandy Tuskers have to show.
As the players make their way off the field, now will be a happy Dambulla Viking team. 156 for 6 is what Kandy Tuskers could muster. Electing to bat first, their captain Kusal Pereira getting to 41. He had a good partnership with the top scorer, Kusal Mendes, who got 55 from 45. Many would have expected both of them to bat deep in the innings. That didn't happen. And they didn't find the acceleration they wanted in the death overs.
The bowling for the Viking was brilliant. Look at the spinners. Rajita was good at the top, 2 for 16. Mendes 1. Malinda Pushpa Kumara 2 and Samit Patel 1. But look at the economy rates. They were brilliant. Almost 6, 5, between 5 and 7. So it is a brilliant bowling effort by the spinners of Dambulla Viking.
4 wickets going to the spinners, 2 for the seamers. Again, spin dominating and proving to be more economical in the conditions here. Still, they will feel they have a total on the board that they can work with. Now, let's hear from Mike Haseman.
Angelo, thanks very much for your time. Gee, you guys are going to be happy with